everyone. Welcome back to our recovery journey. Today, we're going to add in one of the most fun postures, in my opinion, called willow tree. This is actually taken from Tai Chi or Tai Chi Gong. So come on down to the ground. We're going to do just a short practice since this pose is just so fun and silly, and it'll help kind of get out all that laughter and make you feel hopefully a little bit better today. So come on down to the ground. We'll get started as usual, and then we will come into our willow tree. All right. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe close your eyes or soften your gaze. Maybe you take your nose in a big circle, stretching through the neck as we settle in. Maybe you go the other direction. Then maybe you twist, crossing opposite hand to opposite knee to one side, looking over your back shoulder. And then we'll come to the other side, opposite hand to opposite knee, looking over the opposite shoulder. Awesome. All right. Take this moment to bring your hands to heart center and come up with an intention for your practice. I remember when I first took a yoga class and my yoga instructor said something like, set an intention for this practice. And I was like, what do you mean? That doesn't make any sense. Really, we're just looking for what is your goal during this time? Like, why are you setting this time aside for yourself? It can be literally anything that comes to mind. Usually the first thing that comes to mind is your actual intent of why you're here. So is it because you're trying to escape whatever is outside? Is it because you truly are interested in building upon yesterday because you felt so good? Are you looking for more of a challenge today, hoping you can find yourself in a new posture? Or, like all of us on this journey, I assume, we're all looking for some sort of healing or recovery. All of those are perfect choices for your intent. So whatever comes to mind, let that be your intention. Awesome work. All right. We will move to our cat cows. We'll take 5 cat cows here. So inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. Inviting some movement. Following that breath. One more here. Awesome work. All right, come into a neutral spine. Connect with your breath and then walk those hands a little bit forward, curl the toes under, and then press away from the earth, peeling the tailbone up and back, downward facing dog. Give yourself a generous bend in the knees, stretching through the back body. Ooh, feels real good for my back at least. Maybe straighten through one leg and then the other. And then come into stillness here. All right. On your next inhale, look forward, and then you know what to do. Slowly walk your feet all the way up to the front edge of your mat. coming into mountain pose. Or I'm so sorry, Uttanasana, forward fold. We'll get to mountain pose. Bend here. Maybe have a generous bend in your knee again. Coming to place your palms on the earth. So however much bend in your knee you need to do that, maybe you do that. You feel the earth beneath you. Maybe you walk your hands to one side, then the other. Kind of playing around with our forward fold, shaking our head. All right, now mountain pose. On your next inhale, we'll slowly stack all our vertebrae on top of each other, rolling the shoulder blades back, palms open. Mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Feel that energy drawing up into your center line. Awesome. All right. So you can look at the ground, but I would invite you to not look at the ground. We're going to step our feet as just a little bit more than hip width apart. We're going to have a nice gentle bend in the knee. We're now going to come into willow pose. So hands are at the side, and we're just going to slowly start twisting to one side and the other. We're going to let our hands and our arms kind of become like noodles, swaying with our movement. Feel free to kind of bend in the knees as you shift. Maybe you pick up your feet on each turn like so, just opening up through the hips. And then you can pick up the pace, letting your arms fly out a little bit further. Awesome. Keep it going. I know you might think you look a little silly. You might feel a little silly, but that's the whole point. Loosening through the back and the shoulders while creating some just happy, positive energy. And remember, that's why you practice at home. No one's looking. No one's thinking you look silly. Only you're there. Woo! If you hit the door behind you, invite a little bit of a smile in your movement. And then as fast as you can, or as fast as your body feels like it, for 3, 2, 1. All right. And we'll just let our movement kind of slow before we come back to stillness. Notice how you feel. Maybe close your eyes. My arms just feel so awesome, so light right now. All right, that was Willow Tree. It's so fun and it's so silly. It's something that I do with my baby now that I have one. And when I'm kind of just out and about, just to shake up all the energy, maybe when you're feeling a little tired or you just need something to laugh about. Perfect pose that you can do anywhere, on the mat, off the mat. So I invite you to do so. We'll finish out our practice. So bring your legs together, feet to touch, come back into that mountain pose. And then on your next inhale, we'll reach the arms up, bending all the way down to our forward fold. We'll step one leg back, and then the other, coming down to all fours. And then we'll knees, chest, chin, all the way to the ground. You're welcome here to take a baby cobra. If not, we will roll onto our backs. bring one knee in, then the other. We'll roll one way and then the other, giving that nice massage to our low back, our pelvic bowl, or our sacrum. Woo, definitely feel it today. Who am I kidding? I feel it every day. Another invitation to giggle. This pose, knees to chest pose, is also called wind relieving pose, or wind pose. So that just means if you do this pose and you actually let out a little toot, that is what it's supposed to do. So laugh at yourself, giggle. We all do it. Stretch out. Remind yourself to not take yourself so seriously. And then come into a stillness here. And then for our final posture, we'll bring our feet up, grabbing at the outer edge or the inner edge of our feet, depending on what feels best for you. We'll come into happy baby. Just all the silly poses that kind of make us giggle or smile. Stretching through one side and then the other as we rock. I don't know about you, but I can't help but smile when I'm in this pose. All right, we'll let go of our feet, letting them come to the earth. We'll shift our weight to the left side and then we'll roll all the way up, coming into our comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. And then I invite you to conclude our practice today by closing your eyes and then smiling to yourself. And as you're smiling, whether it's coming out on your face or you're just doing it in your heart, picture or remember that intention that you said at the beginning. And now imagine or tell yourself out loud, that is complete. Imagine yourself smiling at yourself because you achieved that intention. Already done. Because it is. Awesome work, guys. Thank you for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow.